Hello, hello, welcome back. It's Cobalt here with Cobalt Mood, and today is, I believe, Wednesday. It's 3:18 p.m., so I took the morning off. I've been feeling kind of emotional. I did have therapy, and that usually shakes up some stuff nervous system-wise. I guess before I get too deep here, I do have my friend here on my lap, and I made sure to put Mr. Petey in his sweater so you can also get the joys that I experienced when he arrived at my doorstep. So here we are. Mr. Petey, okay, he's 15, guys, so be nice. This is Petey. So adorable. Here's a sweater. Got apples on it. Look at his beautiful chicken nugget body. The best kind of dog, in my opinion, is one that's a little chicken nugget. So yeah, I have to help Mr. Petey out. He's basically a baby at this point. I have to help him, with everything, up and downstairs. He did try to follow me down some stairs, and I think something happened. I wasn't actually looking at him, but it sounded like he fell on the last step, and that was a little bit scary to hear from the other room, so I just have him permanently with me. In my shadow anyways, he likes to be next to me. You like up here? You want to hang up here while I talk? He's undecided. Alright, so that's Petey. Very adorable. Helps my nervous system. See if he'll go to his bed. Do you want to hear tip taps the whole time? Can you find your bed? Lay down. Yeah. Alright, so let's see. In therapy, I mostly spent my time talking about how I feel like I'm in this transition. And right now, I'm in the process of just deleting things from my life that are taking my energy. Last year, I had like bursts of creative energy and I would create a new thing. So like, I created an LLC for my design business that came its own business card, its own business bank account, like its own systems that made my design work separate from my life. And then I had Amazon, and it had its own email, its own software tools, its own scouting software tools. It just became a lot of clutter and a lot of noise. And so this year, coming out of the chaos of last year, I'm just finding like what I feel like is aligning with what I want to do and what is distracting me, and then removing those distractions. So last week, I ended up closing my design business, and I closed the credit card, one less thing to pay, deleted all the subscriptions that pertain to being a designer. There's a lot of them. And moved my website hosting fee to a different card. I also changed my website. So I updated it to focus on the Cobalt Comfort Network and making that more obvious about what it is, and also just links to this YouTube video. So one thing I'm going to do this week is I'm going to delete my Etsy store, which is where I was selling these ridiculous candles. I mean, I still love the ridiculous candles. I just know that I am not feeling creative at all, and I don't want to spend any time working on it. Nor do I want to spend time figuring out Google Ads and whatever else I need to get other people to know about this candle company. So it's just work I don't want to do. So I'm just actually going to remove it from my life. And I don't know if there's a way to pause accounts. Like, one could say, yeah, I'll just sign out of them, but I'm actually feeling like just a full deletion. And if anything changes in the future, I'll just have to start over. And that's fine with me. So, yeah, Etsy, that business had its own email address. I'll delete that. Delete Etsy itself. I had a Canva subscription that was tied to it. I'm gonna probably delete that. And I'm sure there are some other strands, but all of these things just take energy. Even when I'm not actively working on it, I'm getting all of the emails, right? And it's just I I just don't want that. In terms of the reselling side, I've decided to get rid of the bad buys. I mean, it depends how you look at it. Maybe not bad buys, but not the profit I want, not the sell-through I want. So I've decided to remove items from my store that don't fit in banker's boxes. So anything over like 3 feet, I'm no longer picking up and I'm not going to sell unless there's over $100 profit separate from shipping. And the ones I had were under that. So I went ahead and I found somebody who was trying to start up a business and was willing to resell household stuff. And I was like, hey, if you want to make the trip up here and grab it, I'm happy to give it to you. And she figured out her schedule and was able to stop by today. So that was really great. I ended up getting rid of over 3 foot plushes. So I had some stuffed in here. Those are gone. I also created this video where I talked about my biggest haul yet. And as some lovely person out there commented in their disgruntled way about how I didn't show the product, well, I'll show you now. So you can see not to buy it. I think I had like 70 left. I do think that video still holds value. Like, yes, there was a mindset shift that needed to happen in terms of believing myself and just going for it and doing like cost analysis. The ones that I was looking at the sell-through for were all listed as new. Mine had the tags. I could have listed it as new, but because I'm getting them from thrift stores, I'm just, being honest and being like, they're pre-owned. Because I don't know where they came from. I list all my stuff as pre-owned, so maybe that's what affected the sell-through. Since I've had those listed, I think I've sold like 2 or 3. I ended up deciding to keep like a few of each character. I do have a few watchers on the listings, even though they're kind of moving at a slow pace. Kind of like a slow burn situation. So let me show you. They're very silly. All of them fit now in one banker's box. So they're called, let's see, which one do we want to look at? I'll just do the fries. They're called Cheeky Chunks. Here's the tag. They just had this like marker through them. And here's I'm opening up the tag now. You can see all the characters that come in it. So why they are called cheeky? Well, here, let me change to this one. This one has, its butt is already out. It's cheeky because, okay, here's the character, right? Not that big. The back, they've got little booties. And they're reversible. So you can, reverse it out. This fry container now became, oh wait, hold on. When I do it, usually you can position it in a way that the face still shows. So hold on a sec. I should have been like Rachel Ray and had the before and after ready. You know how she doesn't cook on that show? Like it's already prepared. Anyways, I didn't have that foresight. So yeah, you can do it in a way that there's still a face through the hole. And then the back, don't worry, still has a butt. So the potato becomes a fry container. There's a juice box. Here's the booty. The juice box becomes, I don't remember, so I'm just going to do this on all of them. An orange. Again, you just like move the face around until you saw it. Here's an eyeball sticking out. You get the drift. Okay, so there's fries. There's orange juice. There's a cherry pie. I guess we can just look at the tag. The tag shows what they are. Cherry pie into a cherry. Okay, booty. What is this? A Slurpee into a blueberry or berry. Got a bubble gum. Bubble gum goes into, I think, a gumball. You have a, what is this? Strawberry shortcake. It goes into a strawberry. Got a marshmallow. Marshmallow toasty buns. Marshmallow goes into a s'mores. This one's my favorite. Cereal. It's very cute. I like the design on the top, and it does have a few felt ones that stick on there. Cereal goes into a milk container. And I think the last one here, boba. Boba ball goes into boba tea. So that's what they're called, cheeky chunks. I thought they were silly in theory, might be a good like a white Christmas gift. The new ones I think are listed around $12 each. I got those for anywhere from 99 cents to $2. They're silly, but I think it's a classic, like, I think it's cool, but the market doesn't think it's cool sort of vibe. They were recently launched, so maybe not a lot of people knew about it. I think what I've learned from this buy and selling journey in regards to this product is I had the right idea to test it with buying a few, but I think what I should have done was either just bought one character and maybe bought 3 of one character, or 2 of each character so I could try one in one set with lots. I could try one as an individual and just have a total of what, anywhere from like 9 to 18. So that would be 2 of each because there's 9 characters. Instead, I got all of them, and I had like 9 or 10 of each one, and it went over 2 boxes worth of the shelf. So I needed to just do proof of concept on a way smaller scale. There's so many of them, and there's not much plush competition that I probably would have been safe to just buy maybe 2 or 3 of a character. They're all kind of the same concept. And then wait to see if that sells, and then if it does, then go out and buy another one. Early on, I'm slowly learning, you know, it's best to really be smart with the money I'm investing. Yeah, this was a total of like, I think like $105 or so. Like it wasn't that much, but still, when my payouts are low at the beginning, like, it's important to not spend $105 on basically one product. My money's better served buying like, I don't know, 20 different products. Good learning experience. I still have a few, but yeah, just gonna not do that again probably. At least not while I'm, you know, still learning. So anyways, yeah, I guess that's what I want to talk about today. The big plush are out of my life. I've got most of these. I went from now probably 70 to 20, and that'll be much easier to manage and also get rid of in the future. So, yeah, that's all for today. Thanks for listening, and I will see you tomorrow with more learnings. All right, take care, everyone. Bye.